Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. The Bonk chart is still in this possible wave 2 correction. That's at least what we've been watching in the last few days. 5-wave move to the upside likely completed after the wave 4 bottomed here on the 13th of April. Had a 5-wave move up as mentioned before. The 4th wave was a triangle. The move up was likely an impulse. That gives us very, very clear parameters here for the pullback. Yeah, very clear parameters for the pullback, and typically for wave 2 we're dealing with the area between the 78.6 retracement and the 38.2 retracement as standard support, and the 50% and 61.8 fib levels are additional levels in there. So basically it's between 161,484 and 272,282. This is sort of the main support area. Mentioned to you over the last few days that here it's possible that we had 5 waves to the downside completed. The initial signal that wave 1, the 5-wave move up, completed, and we were watching for a top in that region. So basically analysis told us the risk is high, expect a pullback, and the initial signal, because the market always needs to confirm, was a break of the trend line. So we have seen a 5-wave move down. It's possible that in this B wave now we have completed the initial A wave. That's exactly how I had labeled it in the last video. This here could be a B wave pullback. B waves can be deep. They can even overshoot to the downside. And then, I mean, ideally we get another C wave. You know, that would be ideal. And then we have this B wave within wave 2 complete. And as soon as we have the B wave complete, I'm going to watch for a break of those lows here. Here around the 30th of May, this swing low around 3 to 400. It's basically this that needs to break next. Yeah. Let's do that. So yeah, this area. I mean, if now in this B wave it breaks briefly, not a problem. You can get these flat structures in which the B waves actually do overshoot, and then we could get a C wave rally from there, which might then land somewhere in the region of the A wave high. So around 364,828. This is at least based on what I can see right now would be a standard pattern. Yeah? And from here, a C wave down should then start. We can calculate a target for a possible C wave to the downside once we have the B wave top in place. It's always, I mean, the question is always if, you know, as soon as we have an ABC structure to the downside complete, is this the entire wave 2, or is it going to be a larger A wave of an even larger ABC structure? Now, this is always possible. But normally when we can count one correction complete, we can give the bulls the chance to do it, you know, to break out. At least we can watch for it. I would typically label a correction complete when we have a nice 3-wave move down and it hits the support region. And we still need to keep then an open mind. It could just be a B wave rally. But bottom line is, you know, we have here a 5-wave move down, and this clearly looks like trend continuation to the downside, which is what we want to see in an ABC structure. At least I'd like the price to get to that 38.2 retracement. And as I mentioned in previous videos, the guideline would say that a wave 2 typically lands somewhere in the region of a wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. That's here around the 50% fib level, that wave 4 completion. Also in the last videos, I showed you that the VRVP volume profiles point towards a spike here. So in that area around the E wave low, this wave 4 swing low, there is an additional historical volume spike. So that's the point of control. So when we get into this support region, especially the upper box here, there could be some good support. And even if it's just for the A wave low, important would be that it's not breaking below the 161,484 level, because this is ultimately the 78.6 fib level. Just double check that. Yep, and that level must hold in any pullback now, or it might be worth, I don't know, considering to get out or something, because below that level I would assume that the setup will break. But so far, you know, the market has done what we wanted it to do. We've been tracking this 5-wave pattern to the upside after a possible wave 4 low on the 13th of April, and now I'm just watching for a corrective pullback. That's my update about Bonk. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.